got a beer.
Hey, man, we just get on here, we have a conversation, and have a good time. That's all we do.
Cool, man. I'm down. I'm down.
We just let you explain all the things that's going on with you and,
cool.
You know, how you like it and how Mike G is. I know Mike G spoons good, though. I do have that. Spoons. He spoons good when we're laying down. I'm waiting for this.
How long you been doing this show?
This is actually my 11th video.
Oh, cool.
I act so stupid to make it look like I've been doing it for 20 years. Hello, Rita. Oh, being my missing tooth up there. Hey, you know I'm from Kentucky.
Hey, I like some Bullet bourbon from Kentucky.
Oh, I'll tell you what. You want some bourbon? My son's the one to talk to. He does it. Look, we done went through the whole song. Hey, welcome, Paranormal Freaks. I'm your host, Mike, and you're watching Paranormal Highways. Check out this good-looking guy next to me. He is Nathan Zensen. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I nailed it. He is production assistant with TWC, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to tell us some behind-the-scenes stuff, behind the scenes, some behind-the-scenes stuff of what's going on with TWC, my boys and girls. As he does that, I'll be changing the background some with you guys and kind of make it interesting. I get to play now. I've got a green screen. As you can see, if y'all watch in between my ears, I'll start getting green. Well, before that, it's the best production assistant ever, says Mike. Hey, there we go.
Oh, that's what's up. Hell yeah.
That's Mike's the man. Oh, yeah. That's Mike G, man. That's my brother, man. I'll do anything for him. He does stuff for me.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Carmen's on. Oh, my little baby boo. Oh, sorry. I get excited. Well, I tell you what, Nate, let's start with this. Before everybody starts throwing rocks at me and say, hey, let's get started with this. Tell us a little bit about a production assistant. Well, not really a production assistant. Just tell us kind of, did you ever expect to be in a paranormal situation, being a production assistant?
No. Honestly, like the whole thing kind of popped up in January for me as an opportunity, and kind of just thought it sounded like a really fun, cool, exciting thing. So I jumped on it and started it back in, I think, February is when we started. But basically my role was to drive a camera van around the country to the different spots that we would go to. So I just stayed on the road pretty much for like 3 months. And then I like assisted with stuff on set, anything that people would need. Just kind of, did that kind of thing on like a daily basis.
Well, that's cool. I tell you what, Mike talks very highly of you, and he was the first one. He says, "Man, you got to get Nate on. You got to get Nate."
Yeah, I enjoyed the whole crew. I had a great time.
So you never really expected to be like in the paranormal field on this part?
No, honestly, I mean, I've been doing a production assistant like kind of on and off for the year before this thing popped up, and then when this popped up, I just thought it'd be fun to get in the road and do some stuff like kind of face some kind of creepy situations and be in some cool spots, and it was just fun.
Did you believe in the paranormal before you done it?
Yeah, definitely. I've definitely like had experiences growing up and stuff, and had friends had stuff go on with them before, so definitely.
And Mike G just said something that says Nate will have to tell the story almost chopping his finger off.
Oh shit.
Was that a good story or what?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, give us some insight on that, Nate.
Okay. Well, I was off doing an activity with a knife. I had bought a buck knife at Walmart, and I was cutting down a tree branch, and I was hacking through the tree branch, couldn't get it cut all the way through, and as soon as I did it, I went straight through and wasn't really paying attention. I was doing it kind of in a rush and kind of nicked my knuckle, and it went into my index finger.
Oh my my goodness, are you
Yeah,
serious?
yeah. It was kind of weird at first because it didn't bleed like right at first, and I was in shock a little bit. And then all of a sudden it just started gushing, and I just took off running towards our base camp where they were shooting at and stuff. So.
Who was the lucky one to doctor you up?
I mean, the people that were helping out for the day and stuff were there and kind of bandaged me up and helped me out and brought me to the hospital. They ended up like gluing my knuckle back together pretty much. Uh, and I had
Dang.
a stint on for like I don't know, about a month afterwards or so.
Did it make it difficult?
Definitely, yeah. I would say with just like carrying stuff, but I kind of got used to it, so it wasn't too bad. So, but
I'm sorry. You see what Mike said?
What'd he say?
He said he came back to the set and his hand looked like Chubb's from Happy Gilmore.
It was pretty gross. There was it was painful too, but it's all good. It's all good.
That's what I'm saying. Now I know, great season. It was awesome season again this season. The places you are, and the guys always catching some good stuff, man. Great season on Haunted Tales. Now, coming into this, did you ever expect any kind of, oh my God, I'm ready to throw the camera down and run out of here, or anything like that?
Like for me, like, are you asking if I?
Yeah, you yourself.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, like a lot of times when they were shooting, it was just kind of them around. I wasn't really close to that, but I would be in the locations with them, and sometimes I'd have to go in there like at night and like get something or grab something, and it'd be a little bit freaky, like going back into the location. A lot of them, didn't have electricity or lights or anything, so like, I would be running through there pretty quickly to get what I'm trying to do.
Especially when down in Louisiana.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I actually got pretty sick when we were in Louisiana. I came down with like a flu thing for a couple of days and had to sit out for a minute. But I mean, it was still pretty intense. The first place we went to, the house that we went to. So the plantation house. So.
Yeah, I tell you what, every episode was really good. I like the tunnels that you all done in Seattle. Did you get any?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Army base?
No. It might have been Oregon. I might be backwards. Not the Army base, but it was the one after that you all done where the Chinese were down there and they've made that home.
Oh, yeah. Pendleton.
Okay. Bruh, Chad Moore. Sorry about that, Nate. Go ahead. That's my biggest sponsor right there. Just jump on. Mr. Man from Ghost Hunt Weekends. But yeah, I tell you what, Nate, that would have freaked me out in itself. What did it do to you?
Yeah, definitely. That whole like underground like city, was pretty creepy. It was still like kind of the same as it was back when people had left it and stuff. So, I mean, I'm sure they, had to do whatever to keep it up and up, but it was still pretty creepy going down in there.
So is there any moments that you have one of those fine moments that you can sit there and say, oh yeah, I'm pretty freaked out? Do you have one of those kind of moments while you've been there?
Yeah, I would say, for me, probably in Oregon, in Port Townsend, we stayed in like a haunted hotel, and I would say I probably woke up in the middle of the night like a couple times, feeling a little bit weird. I don't really know how to explain it, but just kind of like a weird feeling,
Right.
But I would say that was probably like the weirdest thing that I experienced, other than like just the locations alone, and I know all the stuff that they saw and dealt with and stuff too.
So besides, what you do with Haunted Towns, did you ever, when you first started, expect to, I wouldn't say expect, what was your goal as in when you moved to PA or started as a production assistant? Where was you go? You didn't care where you went as long as you went somewhere, or uh did you have something set before then? So
What do you mean exactly?
something, you're not really doing haunted tales, but maybe doing some other film or movies, something like that.
Like, did I expect to do this, or are
No,
you saying?
did you have something like set in mind? Did you, besides what you got, or was it like first come first serve to you?
Like when I did the show?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I guess, you know, when I joined the show, I didn't really, know what to expect, starting off, but I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed like traveling and seeing like everything that we saw as far as the locations and hanging out with the TWC. Had a great time. So, but yeah, there is some crazy places, and you know, uh, definitely saw a lot of cool stuff. So
Well, that's cool. That what I thought would be cool about it too is what you just said. The different locations that you
yeah,
seen.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Do you have a grand goal of what you want to do as
With
with your talent with production
with
system? Moving on.
Sure, sure, yeah. So production assistant's kind of like the first step in the film world, and basically you kind of just make sure that everyone's happy and comfortable and kind of do what needs to be done on set. Whether it's helping out the TWC with stuff, or doing some behind the scenes stuff. Just kind of It's kind of like a overall. You just kind of have a lot of different tasks overall. But my main task with this was just driving the van across the country.
Enjoying yourself and all the
Yeah,
different spots that they went to. Man, they
yeah.
went to. How was Wyoming to you?
Oh, Wyoming's beautiful. Loved Wyoming. That prison was very creepy. That was definitely one of the creepiest spots for me. It was just huge. Lot of cells. There was like a gas chamber in there. I mean, it was just a creepy creepy spot. But Wyoming in general was very beautiful, like just the landscape and stuff. It was pretty cold when we were there. But yeah, so
So you need like the different areas and stuff that you go to and stuff
yeah,
like. So tell us, since Mike G's on air,
yeah,
party at Nate's studio this weekend. He says,
yeah. I'm down. Tell him hit me up.
"Everybody, hey, you know where he is, Mike. We'll have to go and follow you, bro." Oh my goodness! Yeah, they were sitting there trying to get you and Chad hooked up with you so you can come out to one of the events and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We'll get you out there and have a good time.
Yeah, man, definitely.
We have a blast there, especially with Mike there. He accused me of stealing all the linens from the last house, but actually they were ours. So, what's it like working with the guys at TWC behind the scenes?
Oh man, great. I mean, they made my job, easy. Like they just easy to work with. All super cool dudes. Great. I have nothing but good things to say about them. Had a blast working on the show. Hung out with all of them a lot, on the off time, and got to know them, and it was just a good time. Yeah, they're great dudes.
Hey guys, over there, you start thinking of some questions. We'll pop some questions up at him as we go along. Don't forget. Bleh. They usually have a bunch of them throwing at me, but I think they're kind of stunned that we have a production assistant. It'd been Mike Z is like, "Hey, what's your favorite place to hunt?" Well, actually, we could ask you that. Do you have a favorite spot?
You asking me? Or
Yeah.
you asking?
No, I'm asking
Uh,
you.
I mean, honestly, I had never done anything like this until I did the show. But as far as like the show goes, as far as my favorite location that we went on the show, is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Or
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
in,
yeah. Go
or
ahead
like,
with that. I
or
mean,
in general, are
in
you saying?
in general, I'd say because you said you liked a couple of those other ones.
A couple other spots that we went to?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Missouri was really cool. the Valet House, I think it was called, or and that was really cool. The swamp was creepy. Um, I mean, honestly, all the locations were really sweet. It was just cool to see and experience all of them. So, but I'd never like ghost hunted before, like doing this show. So like, it was cool to like be a part of this.
Well, how'd you feel about your first experience?
I mean, it was cool. It was cool because I would say like growing up, this stuff kind of like freaked me out a little bit. So like being able to kind of face my fears head on, and do it with some cool people and enjoy it was just fun.
You get that?
No, I missed it. What did it say?
It says, "Hey Nate, 2020, we're doing an event at Vail Mansion."
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, Nate said he's game for it.
Oh yeah. The basement of that place was super creepy.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember having to go down there like late night and have to kind of like clean up down there and just see the basement. It was just super creepy area.
Did
man, what's the picture in your background?
I was hoping he was still on there. That's Chad. I was hoping he was still on there.
That's funny.
I get to play with this. What do I gotta ask? Sorry, that was his first. Oh, that was your first episode at Vail?
Yeah. So that place was interesting.
I tell you what, it's my, and it seems like but it's all about me. I'm not. It's my thing. I'll talk about it later, but we're here about you right now. So,
have you been there before?
No, I haven't, and that's what I like about it. As I really wouldn't go.
Yeah.
Emma told me to stop. I got to stop changing pictures. It's driving everybody crazy. All right, I'll stop him. My bad. I was about to ask the same thing, mate. I'm trying to catch some of these guys getting they go so fast in here, and I can't tell them, and that's why I paused for a second. So is there one of those places, of course, you always got to ask, is there's one place that you hate going to, period?
That I didn't like going to?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I said, like I liked all the places that we went to, and I would say, if anything, the only reason I wouldn't have liked a location would be because of how cold it was. Because there were a couple places we went to, it was very cold, so that would be the only reason I wouldn't like it. But the locations were cool, so I don't really have a.
I love how you guys do the boys, though, man. It's so funny because they're all standing out there in the cold, and they're like, and they're sitting there going, especially when you all was doing live. That was great.
Yeah, I didn't get to do the live thing, but
you didn't?
No, but someone that had worked on live had invited me on to do the season to the show, so that's how I ended up on that. What did he say?
He says, after we wrapped up each night, they hung with the big dog, zero sleep.
Oh, yeah.
And still knocked them back.
Oh, yeah.
Knocked back with us. That's man.
Oh, yeah. Mike, G, and Chris, that was like man, like, I don't know, at least 3 or 4 nights a week thing. Like, have a couple drinks, hang out, just kind of relax after a long night, So
I tell you what, I've only beat Mike once. And every other time, he's always been up longer than I have. So, so he's hard to beat, dude. He is hard. The champion. Yeah. He's the champ, man. Yeah. He's the best. All right, well, Nate, tell us a little more about what's going on behind the scenes in production. Besides what you do, tell us a good story about something that happened. You got one of those?
Oh man.
You think long, you think wrong. You just have so many of them.
being on the road for 3 months, there's lots of stories you could think of. I'm trying to think of a good one for you. Man, a production story. Shoot.
I'm pretty sure Mike can think a couple for you.
Mike probably could. Yeah, if Mike can think of one, tell him to throw it out there.
Oh, Mike, I don't know what he always keeps up all this stuff. Ooh,
Yeah.
I got a bad echo real quick. Ooh, stop that. All right.
Yeah, like I said, production, is a pretty kind of like all around job. So it's just a lot of things, just kind of whatever they need done. I do make sure everyone's, cool, comfortable, having a good time. You know, that's basically it. I mean,
Do you have any idea if there's going to be like a new signing for a new season? What
uh,
is going on?
I'm not sure. I have no idea.
Come on, Nate. Give us behind the scenes. You're closer than everybody else.
Man, I don't know, man. I really don't.
And I don't know what happened, Nate, but something went weird on us here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I just all of a sudden I got popping. That was really weird.
There we go. The haunted town song.
Yeah, I had to get that back on. There, I got it done. No, there it went back. I'll step back here a little bit. I don't like that. Do you hear it?
Hear what?
It's like an echo.
No, I'm not hearing it.
Good. Woo. Mike says there's an LA van story.
Oh. Yeah.
Come on, Nate. You can do it, bro.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead. I'm just listening to you. You gonna tell us the LA van story?
LA van story. I'm thinking he's talking about we accidentally got the van stuck at the airport. Our production van got stuck at the airport when we were trying to park it. It got stuck. The ceiling was too low, and it was a little embarrassing. But we didn't know that that it was too low because we thought that like the gates that go up.
Yeah.
Going into the parking garages.
Yeah.
It came back down on the back of our van, so we heard like a thump, but we didn't know that like it had like the top of the van had hit like the roof of the thing, so it got stuck in the airport garage, and we had to get it out. It was kind of a mess.
I don't know what was going on, but we had feedback. Now it seems like we may have got there's a little bit. But keep going, Nate. Tell us about you, brother.
About me?
Yeah, tell us how you got started in doing production and system, and all that stuff.
Okay. So my girlfriend, she's worked in film for about 7 years now. She's a art director. Works in Nashville. Works on music videos, commercials, TV, just kind of whatever. And I've kind of always wanted to get into film a little bit, and so she kind of helped me get my foot in the door, got me a few jobs, and I actually do music in Nashville as well. I have a recording studio called Gold Cassette, and so it's kind of a nice work, freelance with the studio stuff, and I work freelance with film stuff. So it's kind of a nice way to split my time.
Well, that's good. You said music, right? Oh my God, dude. I'm about ready to flip. I'm about ready to go crazy. I don't know what's going on with this thing, but we're going to work it as much as we can. If I got to whisper to you, that's pretty bad. So, how long you been playing music besides doing the production stuff?
I've been involved in music my whole life, since elementary school. I've been playing in bands my whole life, and started a studio about 7 years ago in Nashville.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
So you've been doing a lot of stuff. Did it start out as a hobby?
music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. Um, I got a guitar when I was younger. Always played was playing songs on the radio, trying to figure out songs, and started playing in bands like in high school and college. And after college, pursued a career with a band for a little bit, and then kind of switched routes a little bit and went into engineering and recording.
Well, that's cool as heck.
Yeah.
And I apologize, dude. I don't know what's going on. You think of something real quick, and you guys think of something real quick, and let him look at it. I can't handle what happened to the van in Louisiana,
Who asked that?
Mike.
Oh man, is that what you said?
Yeah, he said, "What happened to the van in Louisiana?"
Oh, I don't know if I could even talk about that.
Is it that bad?
No, I don't know. I just don't know if I could talk about that. So I'm just. You let Mike can tell it.
Oh, you're gonna let Mike tell it?
Yeah, Mike can tell it.
Oh my goodness, it's driving me nuts. All right. Down in Louisiana, dude.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Nate. I don't know why this. Why does it do this in the middle of an interview? This is driving me nuts. All right. I'll say it slow.
Yeah. What's it doing on your end?
I'm getting feedback. It's popping.
Oh, really? I'm not hearing it.
You don't hear it at all?
No.
I think everybody else is hearing it. For some, it started right in the middle of it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean everything sounded good, and all of a sudden it started popping. Like somebody turns something up a little too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, down in Louisiana, I'm pretty sure you're going to be just like me. Was it freaky around those alligators, man?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean,
the swamp itself was freaky. Just being out there, in the middle of the night, and it was definitely creepy.
Laura Mooney Torres asked, "Who was some of your favorite music artists?"
Man, I'm all over the place. I like a little bit of everything. I played in all types of bands, and so I kind of have influences all over the place. But I would say I like uh, bands like Jimmy Eat World, Third Eye Blind, uh, like some heavier stuff. Like some heavier bands. He Is Legend, As Cities Burn. I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place. I like hip hop music. I produce hip hop music as well. I like Kendrick, J. Cole. So I'm just everywhere. I like a little bit of.
So you like a touch of taste of everything.
Yeah, definitely.
That's good. I mean, hey, you're like me. Oh my goodness, I'm just gonna let everybody. All right, what was let's see? Sherry asked. I'll pop it up on screen.
What did it say again? I missed the last half of it.
Favorite haunted towns film, and did anything creepy happy happen to him on set?
To who?
Happened to what was your favorite? What is your favorite haunted towns film? And did anything creepy happen to him on set?
So basically my favorite location, and then I would say um I don't know. I would say Wyoming was probably my favorite. The jail there. I thought that was really really interesting. That was creepy. Just like I said, walking through there, I had to go in there pretty late at night to go grab a camera that was left, and no electricity, and walking through the cell, it's super cold, and you can't really see that well. It's just kind of creepy.
Did somebody knock? Bro, tell me you heard that knock.
No, I didn't hear
We got some. Uh, okay, we got some weird things going on. Uh, all right, Imogene. She asked, "Did anything paranormal happen during the season?" I'm going to turn something down, so keep talking to him, Nate.
Oh yeah, I mean all the time. I mean, you know, stuff was always coming through their devices, all the locations. So yeah, definitely.
All right, so all the locations, there's something that always happens.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
How's
definitely.
that?
Noises or something coming through. Some of the devices that they use. Words, stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that. We'd always hear stuff.
Mike GC, Mike GC rap party in Hawaii. Whoop, whoop.
Oh yeah, good time.
Hey, speaking of that, how was Hawaii doing all that, man?
Oh, that was cool too. Hawaii was awesome. The lava tunnels were pretty trippy, and then the Palace Theater was pretty creepy itself. That was cool too. Yeah, I loved Hawaii.
All
That was
right.
my that was my first time there. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
That wasn't there. Okay, I'm trying to think.
I think that they've been there before, but that was my first time.
Okay,
If that's
yeah,
what
I agree with everybody. This is weird, dude. I hear it, you don't hear it. People on there hear it, and it's like I turned some stuff down, and
oh,
it's like it's really you got some big old energy going there, my brother. But I tell you what, let's take a drink on the noise.
cheers.
For you all out there, this is just citrus, mango, orange juice, things like that for our little kitties.
So,
All
guys,
right, come on now, Nate. Spill your guts, brother. What do we got going on here? Tell us about production assistance and the things that you do. Besides, we want to see what we got. Young ones coming up in the field. Give them a few pointers.
oh man, I don't know, just kind of look around and see what you can do to get into the film world, and if you're wanting to get into the paranormal stuff and working in this field, probably just starting off doing whatever you can to get into film work, and then get a little experience, and then you can get on something like a TV show or something, do a little traveling.
Yeah, that's cool. And there's Laura asked again real quick. I think you've already asked this or answered this, I should say.
Yeah.
Golly, dude. Has music and production always been your passion? Did you ever try anything else or want to do something else? And I'll post it up there real quick.
Sure. Yeah. So, I would say, yeah, I would say music's always definitely been my passion. And I think it started off wanting to do the whole band route, and then I went into like the recording world, and that kind of my passion. So it's changed a little bit in that way. But I went to school for something completely different, but I always liked music and always had done recording on the side growing up, so it kind of worked out. Then film work is very similar to music, I feel like, and like the world's really similar, so it's easy to kind of work with this world. It's cool. Switch it up a little bit.
And Mike G asked, you doing season 3?
Hell yeah.
He's
Sure.
up for it, Mike G. Are you down? He says down, but he said he put doing.
Of course.
That's cool as heck, dude. I tell you what, I would enjoy to be on the show, and especially with Mike and them doing production and stuff like that. That would be awesome for me.
They made
Yeah,
it awesome. Yeah.
yeah. Just by what they do at Ghost Hunt weekends and stuff like that, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my goodness gracious! So, is there any big beside? I know you want to keep going with what you're doing, but you have to have some great big goal. There's got to be one big goal that you have. What is that?
I don't know. In general, just to kind of figure out, what my place is in working in film, and then just to continue to, you know, be a better producer and engineer in the music world. I would say.
So you are going to try to pursue with the music too?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean that's music was my first love. Getting doing music. So, but
Right.
I love working in film, and I see myself doing moving up in film and doing something more than production assistant at some point. So
Hey, next thing you know, you might be producing
yeah,
on the line. You never know. You never know, man. Don't you keep that head up and keep going.
yeah, man,
Isn't that now? See, let's not doing it again.
it's doing it. I'm not hearing.
No, it's not. It's clear as can be right now.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Oh my goodness. See, everything you can't see anything but haunted towns. Everything behind me, I've got green screen behind me.
Yeah,
And I moved my studio downstairs because I needed more room.
yeah,
I said, this is going to be cool because I can put up haunted towns for Nathan and,
yeah,
have Nathan on there and stuff like that. And I come down here, sound check, we got everything good. And then all of a sudden, everybody out there had to hear it. It pop, boom, brown, crackle, and everything else. And now I got a little humming noise. I think that's a bad chord, but
yeah. I can hear the hum a little bit, but I'm not hearing like the pops and stuff.
oh my good, everybody's telling me to sage and salt. Oh, so Nathan, you never got scratched or bit or anything like that from a ghost?
No. Mm-mm. No, like I said, I woke up in the middle of the night feeling weird a couple times when we were staying in that hotel.
Can you see what it says?
It said I was the Nate on season 1 in Ghost Asylum. Yeah, yeah, he was my position on Ghost Asylum. Mike was.
Mike used to do the same thing you did.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
My son, he's doing film too, so I'm kind of halfway expecting to hear him one day saying he's going to go do some production assistant stuff.
Yeah, for sure. You're pretty close to Nashville. I don't know how much film work they do in Kentucky, but
right. Is that where you got your start at, Nate? Is in Nashville itself?
Yeah, for music and for film.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you said you do all kinds of different music, so you bounce around a little bit.
I'm sorry, say that again. I missed that.
So you do a lot of music, or just different kinds of music. So you bounce around again.
Yeah, we do all sorts of stuff. It's me and another engineer in Nashville. We run the studio. It's called Gold Cassette, and we do everything from country to rock to indie to hip hop to you name it. We do it all. So
that's good though, man, because you keep keep your name out there.
Mm-hmm. And so keeps things interesting too, working on different genres of music.
Well, not only that, I mean, the next thing you know, you could be putting your music into some of these, either movies or shows or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I don't know if they call it background music or whatever they call it, but I mean, it's music inside of it.
Yeah, definitely.
They keep telling me my basement is haunted. The aliens are coming for me, Nate.
Oh man.
So now that you believe in haunted, ghosts and stuff, do you believe in some aliens?
Oh yeah. I mean I think both are, I aliens have always been, kind of creepy. It doesn't creep me out too much, but I I listen, like, being on the road during the show. I got to listen to a lot of podcasts on the road and listen to. Have you ever listened to Last Podcast on the Left before?
No, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, I listen to that one a lot. They do a lot of like alien stories on there, and there was some pretty interesting stuff that I'd listen to when I'd be driving from, location to location. So,
It keeps you awake.
oh yeah, definitely, definitely. And they're usually like a couple hours long, so passes time to, driving.
That's cool because I
Yeah.
mean, that's what I like about the podcast. I do the video, and I'm lazy about doing the audio, but I need to start doing it. But Emma said, Shane, I know a producer at Stargazer Films. That was Emma. You know anybody out of Stargazer Films?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
And Miss Lee Jackson says Nashville is awesome.
Hell yeah.
And I'm trying to see if I'm catching up with anybody that may have said anything. Yes, Jessica Drew, I am so sorry. It's not bad at all. I hate the hum. I hate anything that interferes with any of my podcasts. I really, really do.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah,
Good night, Jeffrey. There's Mike Holler. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to
yeah,
make
no,
sure
you good.
everybody's involved here.
Yeah, you good.
I love my fans. They keep me busy. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely, definitely.
Welcome, Jeff. Glad to see you, brother. We're talking to Nathan. He's a production assistant with Haunted Towns, my friend. I actually had to push him in for today because things screwed up with my job. Sorry about that, man. I'm glad you was available for that. I
Actually,
really
today worked out better, anyways, for me too. So it was
did. It
perfect.
really
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
good.
yeah.
I hate it because and that's what I tell everybody. It's like I gotta give you 2 days. It's like it's either Wednesday or Thursday because of my job.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But and I try to do the best for them because I don't want to keep aggravating them.
Right, right, right.
Oh, all right, my man. We put out everything we wanted to put out there. We got all kinds of things that are going on. Have you got anything that you signed to that you're headed for next?
Um, Honestly, I'm working on a commercial tomorrow, but I don't know who the company's for yet. It's kind of one of those things. It was like a last minute thing, but and then, doing a lot of music stuff in the near future as well too. So it just kind of changes all the time when you're doing freelance. But yeah,
I'm sorry if you already said it. What's you have a band? What's the name of the band or something?
I have a studio,
Just okay.
a recording studio. It's called Gold Cassette, and it's at Gold Cassette on Instagram.
Yeah. At Go
Um,
Cassette. Okay.
yep. And I do actually play in a band called Glass Shadow.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, we are working on music right now, but we do have a song up on YouTube that you can find.
Did you all catch that? Say it one more time for me, Nate.
I play in a band called Glass Shadow.
Glass Shadow. And I
Yeah.
love you guys too. Everybody saying we still love you. I love you guys too, more than you think. Glass Shadow and Golden Cassette, right?
Gold Cassette. Gold.
Gold Cassette at
Yep.
Gold Cassette on Instagram, right?
Yep.
At Gold Cassette on Instagram. Glass Shadow is his band. Laura wants to know, can we expect the album anytime soon?
Um, definitely music. Let's see. I think it's at the Instagram tag. I think is at Glass Shadow. But I think we have one song up right now. But in the next month or so, we're gonna have a few more. So definitely probably an EP or an album in the next month or two.
Lisa says, "What do you?" Well, yeah, what do you play?
Guitar.
You play guitar, okay.
Yeah, and I play a little
And
bit of keyboard too, keys.
and Krista asked the genre, so he pretty much
It
basic. Go ahead, Nate.
it's like kind of heavier rock mixed with like electronic type elements. I don't really know how to explain it. Kind of like a mix between like Nine Inch Nails and Foo Fighters ish type stuff. Is the best way to
And
explain it.
sweet.
It's
What
like heavy electronic instruments and then like guitar, like rock stuff over it.
that'd be a good mix. That would be actually a wild mix. So think of me if you're ever thinking of
I'll send you like a link to our stuff.
All right, because Emma asked, "What's the name of the song?"
Um
Oh no! What happened, Nate? Oh my goodness, Nate! You telling me all the weird? Oh, all the weird shit that's been going on. Excuse me, beep, weird stuff. And Nate's gone. Oh my goodness gracious! Oh wait, why he's gone, guys? Check it out. Ghost Hunt Weekends is going to be at the Thomas House at the end of this weekend. We are going to be at Scarefest coming up next weekend. Me's going to be there too. Come by, check us out, see us. I'm trying to think of where else we got. We got at the end of the month, we got Thomas House. Check us out. There's a new place just started this year. It's a new con called, Lisa, you may want to help me. I think it's Outer Realm. It's a new con. Paranormal Highways has their very first booth at Outer Realm. It's outside of Knoxville. You may want to swing by and check us out. Oh, and we get next Thursday night, we got a ghost hunt with Steve Gonzalez and Tango from Ghost Hunters. And now, actually, it's Ghost Nation now. I'm not for sure exactly what the place is called. It's a brewery, and we're going to be there. And then Saturday night, we're going to have the rematch of TWC and Ghost Brothers. I don't know where that's going to be at either. But it's right after Scarefest. We're going to rock and roll. We're going to have a good time. Me, Paranormal Highways, Chad, and the boys and the gang, which I'm part of the gang, we're going to be there from Ghost Hunt Weekends. Mike, TWC, will be there along with the guys, Chris, Brandon, and the boys from Ghost Hunters, or Ghost Brothers. I said Ghost Hunters. Ghost Brothers will be there. And next week, check it out, guys. Next week, I'm crossing my fingers, hoping everything goes good. But next week, we are going to try and have your guys right there in the background, Mike and Chris and Brandon, if possible. Maybe Doogie if he shows up. Next week, live right here on Facebook with Paranormal Highways. Awesome Nate left. I don't know if his phone died or what. I don't know what happened. But check it out, guys. We're going to start moving from Facebook over to YouTube. I will be posting stuff. We're going to start our giveaways again right after Scarefest. I think our first giveaways are going to be, I think we got a ghost hunt box. There's all kinds of things in it. Laser grids, K2s, IR lights, some stickers, recorders, and stuff like that. It's going to be given away right after Scarefest, and we're going to start moving over to YouTube. YouTube, I can move and do things better with, and it records better with the phone that I got. I got the new 10 Notebook 10, Note 10 notebook. I'm thinking about the notebook on TV. I got the Note 10. The recording is awesome, and it records and downloads much faster. We're going to have to get a hold of Nate. Tell Nate. I'll have to tell him we're sorry. I don't know what happened. It disconnected. It's been a freaky night. We tried to change into our new studio. As you can see, we got things going on in the background now, which I love to death. And eventually I'm going to turn it over to my wife, so you guys might be able to see some weird stuff. Like, I don't have the picture out, but I should have picked a good picture for you, but I don't have one. But anyway, we get some good pictures on that background for you guys. But as always and forever, guys, love you. Yes, Stephen Tango. Why is mine stop? Thanks, Sherry. I appreciate it. Sorry about all the noise. Everything's going to be straightened up. You can win a prize, Krista, too. Good night, Laura. For some reason, my chat stops. I don't know why. Love you guys. I do appreciate it, but Nate don't look like he's going to jump back on. His phone must have died on us. We will see you all later. Tune in next week, and hopefully it's going to be on Wednesday, and I don't have to change the date. I really do hate changing the date, but we are going to be switching over. Keep your eyes out on Paranormal Highways. Get your friends to join and subscribe. Go on www.paranormalhighways.net. Get them to subscribe, and then get them on YouTube to subscribe. Look, I can't even say subscribe. And then our Facebook and Twitter are on there. If you want your ultimate paranormal fan experience, www.ghosthuntweekends.com is the place for you to get your ticket. Love you guys. You all stay best, cool, and collective. And, all that other fancy jazz and stuff as my little greenness is showing through. I like it. But always and forever, stay spooky, my friend.